All right, welcome guys. I am so excited to have you here today. So, I'm going to be starting off by introducing myself in a few minutes here. So, I'm just going to wait for others to jump in as well. But yes, I see you. Thank you for joining today. I'm really excited. So I'm just going to give us a few more seconds for people to jump in. We have a few people coming in on different platforms for this particular live stream. So I'm just going to give you some time to jump in. Awesome. All right, I'm going to introduce myself. I am Flowell. I am a business and career mentor. I'm also a social media manager. I'm a creative entrepreneur. I am really passionate about helping people grow their businesses and their career using digital tools. So, why this AI training? So, the world is actually moving really fast, and AI and automation is the heart of digital success. So, AI has revolutionized how we write, we design, and even automate workflows. I have personally seen how ChatGPT, AI-powered image tools, video generators can save time, can boost productivity, and also increase creativity. So I believe AI is not here to replace us, but it's actually here to empower us. So my goal is to help people understand and apply these AI tools effectively so that you can actually work smarter and not harder and actually stay ahead of the digital age. So this webinar is designed to be simple, practical, action-packed. I want to give you guys the tools and the confidence to start using AI right away to transform the way that you work and also create content and engage audiences, grow your brand and businesses, and also excel in your career. So I'm really passionate about helping you with the right tools and giving you these tools ahead of time. So I'm going to start off by sharing my screen here. So I'm going to draw my computer pretty close and share my screen. So I'm going to be sharing my slide in read mode. Now, this AI training ID, this is the AI training for ChatGPT and generative AI, and it's sponsored by the Flower Group. The Flower Group is a group of companies. I am the CEO of the Flower Group, and we are really passionate about passing on knowledge to people that we believe need to know things ahead of time. And also, I am majorly really focused on the minority group that might not have the ability to get this information ahead of time, like other Western people or Western nation. So going forward to the next, it talks about this is more like we're going to be unlocking the power of ChatGPT and generative AI. We're going to be mastering prompts and for maximum productivity. The examples I'll be giving you in today's seminar will be mind-blowing, and you just will see how your day-to-day life is going to improve so much by just knowing how to use these AI tools the right way. So this particular webinar is sponsored by the Fluid Foundation. Yes. So we have, because this is free, like, people will pay $500. I have seen a lot of seminars online with a price tag $499 for trainings like this. So this is sponsored by the Fluid Foundation, who is a non-for-profit of the Fluid Group, because we're spending so much getting this together and the money has to come from somewhere. So the Fluid Foundation is sponsoring this particular webinar. So now what I'm going to be learning today, and this is the point where I forgot to get myself water because I was in a hurry to come join you guys. But we might be taking a break because I'm sure that as I keep talking, my throat is going to be needing some moisture. So what are we going to be learning today? We're going to be learning how to master ChatGPT, to craft powerful prompt, not just any prompt, powerful prompts, and how to explore AI tools for image and video, and also some real world application and demo. There's going to be a lot of practical lessons you'll be learning from this particular webinar today. So the first step is, what is AI? Everybody here, AI, what exactly is this thing called AI? So AI refers to a computer system that mimics human intelligence. You're performing tasks such as the reasoning, the learning, and problem solving. Now, In simple terms, AI wants to act like it's not acting like human. So it's more like we're packing a lot of data. So the way human think, we're telling this system how human think. So it's kind of mimicking how humans think. So it survives by the data that we put into it. So if you don't tell AI, if you don't put data into the AI, it's not going to know what to do. It's just dumb. But because we have this mass amount of data that has been poured into it, so the way you think, the way you shop, the way things on the internet, they've been poured into this AI, into this computer system. So it's more like assuming that it knows. So just imagine, obviously, there's a uniqueness in you. So AI cannot totally think like humans, but they mimic the information that we give it. So if you have a chat box and it just studies how you respond and how you use it, and over time it starts acting like you. Although it's not even you, it's just assuming that it knows you. But you know what? Nobody really knows you too well. The same with AI. AI doesn't know humans too well. So that's why it says it mimics the way the human intelligent, but it's not as intelligent as humans. It just knows how to do things faster, but at the end of the day, you still need humans to be able to direct it on the way to go. Now, example of everyday of AI being used on our everyday life is Siri and Alexa. So these ones are voice activated virtual assistants. They just kind of assist you. You can look into the data that you have, whether your phone or and assume things and just with the patterns, they help you ease your day-to-day life and help you do tasks. Now we have Google search. Obviously, you know how Google search works. Google search work with a mass amount of data, right? So this is more like a personalized result based on your history. It looks at your history, suggests products to you, suggests things to you, and so on and so forth. Now we also have chat box. I've mentioned this before. This is more like a customer service interaction on website. So you go on some website and you see something popping up. How may I help you? And you're typing, I want to talk to a customer service agent. And the first thing it's going to ask you is there a problem I can help you with? Now, this is not a human yet. It's just assuming that, but it's having these conversations with you. And you're telling it, oh, my internet is not working. And the chat box is telling you, oh, have you tried these resources? Now, it's assuming that you're talking to a human. Obviously, this information has been placed on this chatbot to respond to you. And you get to a point that you keep chatting and it tells you, and you as you tell it that, oh no, I need to talk to a human right now. And I've seen in some situation it just said, I'm going to transfer you to a human. So that's kind of how this whole thing works. Now, I'm going to go on the next page. So we're going to be introducing generative AI because you've seen this several times and it's people really don't understand what it is, but it's okay. Now, generative AI is that an AI or computer system that will create new content based on the given input. So you need to tell it what to do to create something for you. Now, just imagine you thinking of a house with a six-bedroom and the living room has a boy in the middle sitting in the chair, right? Now, this imagination, just type it into this generative AI tools and it creates the visual for you or it brings your imagination to life. So it is so powerful. Whatever you're thinking, just type it in, right? And it gives you what you're thinking. You might want to try it now. It's really, really amazing. So we said generative AI creates new content based on the given input, but you need to tell it what to do. It's not going to assume what it's in your mind. You need to tell it what to do. So now an example of generative AI is ChatGPT, Jasper AI, which is a text format. So if you want it to give you a particular text based on the text you give it, it's a text format. You can use tools like ChatGPT and Jasper AI. Then we also have music. God, guys, see, if you guys know, you might want to go on Instagram and type my name Flowelt. I have an album on Instagram and on TikTok. I am not joking. I have songs on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Just type my name Flowelt. And this is not me singing. This is me using AI to produce albums under my name. And the funny thing about this is it is you. You have the copyright to it. No one is going to drag the song with you. I do have an album. You want to check it out. Okay, so tools you can use for this is pseudo AI or AI VA, right? So we also have images. So generative AI can also generate images for you. An example is DALL. We'll be looking into that in our practical session. We have the Midjourney. We also have Leonardo AI and Pika AI. That's just a lot of them. When it started with just a few, maybe Leonardo and Midjourney, but LE. But now we have a lot of them coming up really, really popular. Then for videos, now imagine you want to, so imagine you are as what example do I even give? So let's say you are imagining a boy walking towards you, right? You can put that in an AI and it will give you a video of someone walking towards you. Like it takes your imagination and give you a virtual, right? So tools you can use for videos are the Pika Labs, Runway ML, Clink AI, Alio AI. We're going to be doing an example with some of these tools today. So going up to the next one, why does AI really matter? So AI will save you time. I can't imagine if you check my YouTube channel now, it's pretty much powered by AI most of the time, especially because I have a 9 to 5 job. I can't be on the camera all the time, right? So I use AI to replicate myself to do my YouTube videos. And guys, I have been on YouTube for like 2 or 3 years, very inconsistent. But since I started using AI to like do a lot of the things for me, I can proudly say that I got my paycheck, my first paycheck from YouTube. This is me really excited. So YouTube finally paid me. But this is me going back and forth for years because there's just so much you can do as a child, family, and everything else, right? So you can't really, duplicate yourself. But with AI, it can really save you the time and the energy and the money that you need to be able to work faster. So another thing is it increases your creativity. So AI will provide you with unique ideas, perspective, expand your creativity, your creative possibility to be able to work better, to work faster. And it can also automate tasks, right? So there are some tasks that you need it to be very repetitive. You like maybe social media posts. I literally sometimes schedule posts. I can schedule posts for 3 months using AI without literally going there every single day to click on schedule. It is thinking about it, there's just so much that I have learned and I have been able to do with AI tools that have made my life so easy. So I'm going to move a little bit faster here because I know that we have to go more practical. So real world application and demo. So we're going to be AI can give you content ideas like their blog posts, can give you video scripts, social media captions. Just type it there and it gives it to you. Product description, you can create compelling product description for your product and services. Now, you can ask AI, oh, AI, or you can ask ChatGPT or any of the AI tools, depending on what you want to create. If I want to create text, I use ChatGPT or Jasper AI or some other, or you can use DALL, so you can use a Copilot, yes, and so on and so forth. So you just tell it, give me a description of this, what product do I want? Let's say this iPhone, and it gives you a description of the phone, right? Whatever product that you have. Same with marketing materials. So you can develop email campaigns, website campaign, even ad copy. Now, just to give you an example, if you clicked on the link to register for this particular webinar, most of those things that you see in the description of what the seminar is going to be about was all generated by AI. You don't have to be thinking too much. Now we're going to be coming into some of the disadvantages of using some AI tools to be able to replicate or to be able to do some tasks. Obviously, everything that has an advantage will have a little bit of cons to it. So we're talking about ChatGPT now. So how does this work? So ChatGPT is trained on massive amount of text data and learning pattern and language structure. So it's you just pack data into it. So there's nothing ChatGPT is given to you that it has not received from somewhere. Most likely, it reminds me of when about 2, 3 years ago, data analyst job became the thing. We didn't know that they were trying to plan and do ChatGPT and all of this thing and AI and all of that, right? But they were gathering data from everywhere. Companies were going for the data. Now they've gathered this data from you, from me, and now they are using this data for an application that you gave them your data for free, but they're using this data for an application that you will most likely pay for to use the services. Because there's a paid version of ChatGPT, which according to them works better and all of that. So it feeds on a lot of data at the end of the day. So now what's generating human-like responses? So it doesn't think like human, but it uses the predictive tests that has been given to it to generate responses. So going on fast here, now what can we use ChatGPT to do in real world applications? So we can use ChatGPT to create content for content creation. So that will involve generating blog posts, articles, social media caption, and even product description. It can be used for business automation. You can draft email. So automation part of it's more like someone sent you an email in your business. You can customize ChatGPT and AI to be able to reply to that particular email without you going there to be doing your own typing and all of that. You can draft sales pitches, customer responses, streamlining business processes, so on and so forth. It can also be used for content repurposing. So this will transform a blog post into an Instagram post. Oh my God, I do that a lot, right? Or a LinkedIn article. Just pick up an article online. You can use ChatGPT to transfer that article into a LinkedIn post or article, right? Or Twitter trend, or you're reaching a wider audience. All right, so just making sure. Now, let's talk about prompt. Now, you will not be able to get the results from using AI tool if you don't know how to communicate with these tools. You need to know the language, right? It's like you're trying to speak English in an English speaking country, but you don't understand English. How do you communicate? How do you get the results that you need? So that is where prompt comes in. So in this particular session, we're actually going to talk about what makes a good prompt, what makes a bad prompt, so on and so forth. All right, so let's see here. Okay. So what is a prompt? A prompt is the instruction that you give ChatGPT to generate a response. So think of it as a guide for the AI. So crafting effective prompts. So the more specific and detailed your prompt is, the more accurate and useful the AI response will be to you. Some people go and say, "Oh, I've been using ChatGPT, but does it give me what I need?" It's because you don't know how to write prompts. It's like garbage in, garbage out. It gives you what you give to it. And you need to know how to write prompts to be able to use it effectively. Now, so one of the key things to know about writing prompt is clarity, right? So you want to state your request directly and avoid ambiguity. Don't say, "Oh, what if that?" No. Say, "I need this. I need you to give me 20 ideas." You have to be direct. You have to state it. You have to be clear. Then also context. So you need to provide relevant information about what you need, target audience, or the desired outcome that you're looking for. Then also you need to also add constraint, right? So you need to set limitation. What counts? I'm saying I need you to give me ideas. That is very generic. You need to be able to say, "I need to give me 100 ideas on how to start a business on that," right? So you need to state your constraint when you are typing, when you're giving it a prompt. So set limitations with word count. You can tell it the tone. If you're writing an email, if you want it to write an email for you, you can say, "Give me an email in a professional manner," or the style. You can also set the style to guide the AI response to you. So, prompt strategy for enhanced results. Now, there are instruction-based prompt and there are role-based prompt. We'll be talking about as we go, but we're also going to be looking into very good examples. Now, instruction-based prompt is more like you're telling it an instruction. For example, write a three-step guide on how to create viral TikTok content. So you're giving it an instruction. Role-based is you're more like telling the AI to act as something. And you see this a lot on Instagram. People come and tell you how to write prompt, and they be like, act as a social media expert, give me this tip, but right? So you need to, that's a role-based prompt. You can tell ChatGPT and say, act as a business analyst and give me the tools I need to write a business requirement document. Or you can say, act as a software developer and give me 5 ways to be able to solve or correct this code. So you even you can put your code. Let's say you have written so many code, you can copy your code and put your code in ChatGPT, and it will tell you where the error is in your code or some of the things you can do. Typing codes for every single part. It can give you the code for your homepage, your contact page. It's just amazing. All right, let's go further to some of the examples. So prompt examples, which is like, let's put this theory into practice. Instruction-based prompt is write a 500-word blog post about the benefits of using ChatGPT for social media management. You can also tell it role-based, like we said before, act as a social media manager and create a content calendar for a fashion brand. Don't just say act as a social media manager and create a content calendar. It's going to give you generic content calendar. You'll be like, oh no, it's not giving me what I need. So if you are into the food business, you tell it, act as a social media manager and create a content calendar for my food business, right? You give it more details, who your client is. So like I said, the more detail you add in the prompt, the more specific it's going to direct the response to you and give you very valuable response. Then formatting prompts, you can tell it to generate a list of 10 Instagram caption ideas for a travel blog, and you tell it in bullet points, right? So now you're directing it on how it should present the information. I have done Excel document. I tell it, give it to me in Excel sheets. Yes, it will give it to you. You can also tell it, give it to me in PowerPoint slide. Now, talking about PowerPoint, I want to let you guys know that this PowerPoint is actually AI generated. I did not go in here to be typing this thing for you guys now. Nah, that's too much waste of time. This is AI generated. I just gave it the content I need to generate the slide for me for this particular webinar. So you can make your life so easy. I just jumped in here and I'm ready to talk to you guys. AI did all the other back end work. I know, right? I'm gonna pause here for now. Give me 1 sec. I think my battery is running a little bit low. Let's see here. So sorry about that. I'm just gonna start sharing my screen again. I had a little bit of, I don't know what to call it, but my camera battery went off, so I had to turn it back on. So where is my PowerPoint slide? Over here. Well, I have it on a read slide mode. So we talked about this already. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is what prompt and what makes a strong prompt. So this is where we're going to be going into more practical stuff in this particular live stream. So now a weak prompt looks like, you tell me that you're typing on ChatGPT, write about social media. What on earth is that, right? Actually, give me 1 sec here. I don't think I'm sharing my screen yet. I wasn't sharing my screen. Let's share my screen now. All right, so you're telling ChatGPT, so we're talking about a weak prompt and a strong prompt, what that will really look like. So over here, you're telling ChatGPT, write about social media. So that is a very weak prompt because there is no specifics to what you're asking about. There's so many social media handles. There's so many things about social media. It's just going to give you a bunch of information. But a really strong prompt looks like write a 200-word LinkedIn post on how small businesses can grow on Instagram using reels and stories. So you're telling it exactly what to write on, you're giving it a word count, and you're giving it more detail on what you need. So pretty much AI will give you exactly what you're asking for. So now I am going to go on ChatGPT now and do a little bit of my tutorial for you guys. So let's go to my browser here. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. So there's this thing that floats at the top that I really don't like when you're using a Zoom call. So this is my ChatGPT here. I'm gonna give it a prompt. So just from our slide, I'm just gonna say, oh, this is actually, give me one sec here. Let me go back to my slide and explain this to you better. So now over here, it's just giving you an example of what a weak prompt look like and what a strong prompt look like. So a weak prompt will look like this. Tell me about business. There's no specifics. Some of the things you may want to do is ask it, what type of business? You can say, tell me about the finance business and so on and so forth. Or tell me about entrepreneurship. You need to be specific. Another thing about a weak prompt is, I'm going to make this slide big so that we can go through it before we start typing our prompts. A weak prompt lacks clear instruction. So you tell it, write an article about what? So you need to give it the topic. How long do you want your article? Who is your audience, right? Then another example of a weak prompt is a weak prompt, you're asking for real-time data without specifying a web search. It's like saying, tell me about what Donald Trump is up to in the next election. ChatGPT is going to assume with the data that it has already that maybe the election has not happened and all of that. So most times when I ask about a lot of things on the internet, you have to specify, search the internet on the trending news on Donald Trump. So obviously it's not going to give you what is trending about him. It's not going to give you what Donald Trump did 20 years ago. I'm bringing him up because we're just in a Donald Trump era right now. Anyway, so you need to tell it, search the internet, right? So now another example is, so you combine multiple unrelated topics in one prompt. You cannot say, tell me about finance. Tell me about how to build a house. Then tell me about tell me about social media management. All in one prompt. You're not gonna get a result, guy and girl. You're gonna get a result that is everywhere. If you want a result that is everywhere, then that is exactly what you need to do. So if you want to be more specific, you say, tell me, for example, tell me about social media marketing, how to make money online, and AI trend. Waiting. Be specific. Ask for things. Don't combine unrelated topics together. If not, just gonna give you too broad of an answer. Then another wrong prompt is you're asking for something that is overly generic. Give me content ideas. I think we already said this example the other time. Now, what does a strong prompt look like? So you want a strong prompt to look like, give me a step-by-step guide. So a strong prompt, number one, is specific and clear. So you can say, give me a step-by-step guide on how to start a drop shipping business, including the product selection, marketing strategies, and logistics. It's definitely going to give you all of this information. Another thing about strong prompts are it provides context and constraint. It's not just everywhere. So if you can tell it, write a 500-word article on the impact of AI on digital marketing, targeted at small business owners. So obviously you're giving it the context that this is for small business owners, and you're giving it the constraint 500-word article. So now you can also use role playing for better response. You can say, act as a social media expert and provide a 7-day content strategy for an Instagram page focused on fitness coaching. And not just say 7 day content strategy for an Instagram page. You need to be specific. What is the Instagram page about, right? Number 4 is you want to request structured responses. So you can say, list 5 YouTube video ideas for a personal finance channel and include a brief description for each, right? So the list 5, it means that you need just 5. You don't want it to be all over the place. Number five is you want to use examples to help clarify expectations. Some people will give it an example and say, write a persuasive LinkedIn post about the benefit of AI in content creation. Here's an example of my writing style. So you give it an example of it, even if it doesn't relate to the topic, it's just going to look at the writing style you give it to be able to give you your response. So we're going to be doing scenarios like this. I'm going to be teaching you how to write, to respond to emails, or how to create prompts for emails using ChatGPT. So this is a perfect example. So the prompt here is write a professional email for, you have to give it a specific purpose, right? It can be for replying to a social media position that I applied for, right? You tell it the tone. Remember, we talked about you need to set your tone, set your style. It can be a formal tone, a friendly tone, and say the email should be clear and concise, addressing, you can say addressing the manager of the human resource department. You need to tell it who it's going to address. It's an email, right? Appropriately. It should include an engaging introduction, key detail about the topic, and a strong call to action. Keep it within, so you need to tell it, you must constrain you put into it, the more it's going to give you exactly what you need. Keep it within 500 words, 1,000 words, right? And ensure it is easy to read. So now I'm going to, let me see if I can copy this. I can copy it from this slide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually copy this prompt because we're not just going to be looking at it. We need to see how what it's going to give us, right? Then I'm going to go to my website here. And that's email prompt. So I'm going to copy the prompt here. I'm going to go to my website here and show you guys what ChatGPT will give us. So let's see. We're telling it, write a professional email, applying for a social media manager position. The tone should be formal because it's a professional email, yet engaging. Address it to the hiring manager respectfully, introduce myself. So now if you're gonna see what ChatGPT is gonna do, because ChatGPT in a way knows my name because I use this a lot. Highlight my relevant skills and express enthusiasm for the role. Keep it within 200 words, including a polite closing. So now let's click on submit and see what it's gonna give us. So now it's giving us a professional email. So we said keep it within 200 words. You can see how now with this email, you just have to, what's it called? Dear hiring manager, you put the name of the person, application for social media manager position. Now it only gave you what you gave it pretty much. I hope this email finds you well. My name is this. It says put your name here. I am excited to apply for this position. Now this is in a very formal manner, right? Now it says in my previous role at previous company, I successfully managed multi-function campaigns. So it's giving you some of the things that a social media manager should have in their email, right? Now, so that's one example, which is really quick. You just have to put in your detail and your email is ready to go. So another thing we're going to use ChatGPT for, back to my slide, and let's see here. So we now know how to use it to write emails. And so you know, I'll be taking questions. If you have any question, please write it in the comment section. I'll be replying you in the comment section to your questions. So the next one, I want to use ChatGPT to create a resume. A lot of you are struggling to get a resume. Now, gone are the days where you're using one resume to apply for how many jobs? 20 jobs. No, not when you have ChatGPT. ChatGPT can use a sample of your resume and tailor it every single time to different job positions, right? So for this prompt that I'm using, I'm going to have this prompt in a PDF file on our Telegram channel. I'm going to be having a link on our Telegram channel in this video. So if you want a copy of it, go on the Telegram channel and download a copy for yourself. All right, so we're going to be using ChatGPT to create a resume. I'm going to go back to my browser here, and I'm going to be copying the prompt for my resume. Let's see what it gives us. So let's see. So one of the things I want to go through with this is I want to go through this and just show you guys how it's structured. So the prompt says create a well-structured professional resume for there's a job title with experience in what's your industry, right? The resume should include a summary section, the key skills, work experience, education, relevant certifications, keep it concise, ATS friendly, and formatted clearly. Use a professional tone suitable for job applications. Now, I'm going to be creating a resume for a digital marketing specialist with a 5 years experience. So now this is a prompt you're giving it, right? So you tell it the job title with experience in what industry. So you tell it, I have 5 years or 10 years experience in e-commerce industry or in the finance industry or in the IT industry. So now let's go back to our prompt and let's get that resume from ChatGPT. You can see our name is up there. It's giving us a professional summary, and we told it give us the key skills. These are the skills that most employers will be looking for. So if you wanted to give you a data analyst resume, tell it give me the key skills in data analysis. It's going to give you, so maybe somebody you don't know the things they're asking for. It's going to list those skills for you. Professional experience. This is making your life so easy. All you have to do is copy this in a Word document, add your specific information. But if you want to even make your life easier, you can tell ChatGPT and say, I went to this university at this year, I graduated at this year, this is my name, these are the jobs I have applied for before. One of the things I do is I upload my previous resume. So when I put this prompt, now there's a section where you can add files. So now this is actually what it gives. So let me show you something that you can do as well. So I put my previous resume. So it looks at the information in my previous resume and give me and put some of my information in this new format. So over here, when you type your prompts, so let me exit from this. So let me put my prompts again. Are you seeing this thing here? So you can upload a file here. You can upload your previous resume from this place, right? And add it in, and it's going to give you a more specific response that relates to you. So now let's keep going further. We're going to do another prompt. Now, I like to use this prompt a lot because I work on a lot of recent videos on social media platform. I need to be current with what is going on. Now you're going to tell ChatGPT to, in this example, want it to give us the daily news or the news for the day, right? So there's a prompt says, provide a concise daily news summary covering key global events, include updates on politics, business, technology, entertainment, and sports, format it into short, easy to read bullet points. Keep the tone professional, yet engaging. One of the things I love about this prompt is the fact that it says format it into easy to read bullet points. I don't need the history you want to give me. Just give me the bullet point on what is happening in the world, right? For some of you that you can't go through social media and just need a concise summary of what has happened for the day because things are always happening. So if you want to keep yourself up to date, just ChatGPT, I'll tell it. But now you need to tell it to, I think one of the things we need to tell it is, depending on where you want to search, tell it to search the internet, right? So now this example is provide a daily update on the stock market, major business deal, economic trend, keep the tone informative and professional. So I'm going to use this particular prompt here. But so good thing to know. Now you can see that I have done about two things on this particular page. One of the things you observe as you go is ChatGPT will sometimes be feeding off from the old information that you have typed. So most times I want to do something really new. There's this thing that says new chat here. You click on it and it clears everything and gives you a new chat platform to be able to type your response into. So in this case, I want to get the daily news. I'm going to use the prompt. So based on what we've learned, so I want to get daily, this is for general daily updates. And we learned that the more specific we are, better for us. So I'm going to say, give me a daily news summary covering the latest updates in politics, business, technology, and entertainment. Keep a session brief, 1 to 2 sentences and formatted professionally. Now, what I want to include in this prompt is I want it from the internet. So look into the internet and give me a daily news summary, right? So let's submit this. So let's see what's happening today around the world. So I'm going to read maybe one of this. Now, this is February 7th, that's today. So it says daily news summary for Friday, February 7th. And it says what's happening in politics. In a significant policy shift, the Canadian government announced a new immigration reform aimed at streamlining the application process and attracting skilled workers to address labor shortages. All right, so what else is going on? Now, in technology, so leading tech companies unveil advancement in artificial intelligence. So you can see AI is, in now, guys. At the annual Tech Innovators Conference, showcasing AI applications poised at revolutionized industries such as healthcare, finance, and transportation. So AI is going to like most industries now, the healthcare. Like people are like, oh, is AI going to replace doctors? Guys, the answer is yes and no. It's not going to replace the job, but it's going to make the job, it's going to make the human, some of the human activities, the job, is going to reduce the total human reliance that the job needs. So let's say you need a doctor to be able to write prescription, to be able to do this, to be able to do that. With AI now, you can, the doctor, obviously the human part has to, the doctor has to just go type what your problem is. AI will give the doctor all the prescription that you need. So the doctor to be trying to remember the book that he read in his 7 to 10 years of medical school. AI is going to make the job easier for the doctor. It's not going to totally replace the job, but it's going to make the job easier. So obviously we're going to be getting to a point where for some professional roles, they're going to be including in the job requirement ability to be able to use AI tools, right? To be able to do this and do that. So guys, you need to really keep up your game for your job to make sure your job is keep going. A lot of companies are going to integrate this into their system. All right, so we got this now. Let's go back to our PowerPoint. So now we've been able to generate daily news with AI. So a few takeaway is ChatGPT is a powerful tool that can help you write better, right? You can achieve your goals. So don't say, oh, I don't like ChatGPT, I don't like Copilot, I don't like all these AI things. You better learn it now. Is now or never, right? And experiment with different prompts. So I've taught you what to do when it comes to prompt. We're going to be using some prompts to be able to generate images, to generate videos as we go in this tutorial. So experiment with different prompts so that you can be able to refine your skills and yourself to be really good in prompt engineering, right? Okay, so we're going into the content creation, in terms of the image and video generation. Now, we already talked about what brings out images. So images, you can use DALL-E and Leonardo AI, which we're going to be using those two pretty much. The video creation, Clean AI, Allu AI. Now, one of the things you want to know about video creation is the video creation part of a lot of video creation softwares sites will ask you to they'll give produce video, but it takes a long time. And they can also ask you to so the subscription based part of it, but there's a free version. Free version, depending on what you're using it to. If you're just using it to test out how to generate video, go for it. I use the free version a lot. I don't have to pay for every single thing. Note, you guys note is the ChatGPT version I'm using right now is a paid version. So the free version will pretty much do most of the work for you because I do a lot of things with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like there's me, I don't use it. I needed the pay version to be able to advance my things and all of that. But you can use a free version to even generate images and all of that, right? So we're going to be talking about the AI image generator. We're talking about the Midjourney and a few of them. Then for AI video creation, AI can actually create animation for you. Um, Amazing. There's some animations, and if you guys don't know, I do have like a channel that I do animation on it. It's all with AI. You don't have to like. There's so much going on right now. Like things can be really fast. That can help you just speed up some of your creativity. Okay, so now we're going to be generating an image. So, yeah, is can actually, I think there's a little bit of a video generation there. You can use it for a lot of things, but we're going to be using it for a video, image generation today. So we're going to be generating for a brand. So you have that brand and you're thinking of, oh, I want someone to help me generate my logo. See, guys, gone are those days, right? You can generate a logo yourself. Just tell it what to do. So today I'm going to be generating a tech startup logo. And I'm also going to generating a luxury fashion brand logo. Now, you want to make sure, like the biggest thing I tell you is your prompt. So just tell it what your business is about, what is your business name, how you want your logo to look like. Like I said, I'm going to be having these prompts in my Telegram channel. Please go in there and copy for yourself. So, Imran was saying, generate a high quality professional logo for you tell it, business name is about, or for a fashion brand, or for a tech company, or for Flowelt properties, right? In the real estate industry, tell it where your niche is and what your industry like. The logo should have a luxurious look, a retro look, give it, the of your design with a color scheme for put your color. Do I want blue and white, yellow and pink, Feature, what symbol fluid property, FP, right? That fluid property or can represent your brand name, your brand identity, so on and so forth. Ensure it is high resolution and suitable for website and suitable for digital print, for a business card, for so on and so forth. So let's do this quickly. So I'm going to go to our browser here and I'm going to go to Leonardo AI. So this is how the Leonardo AI page looks like. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm logged in yet. Let's see. All right. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to copy my prompts here. So now this is for Leonardo AI. So I'm going to generate a tech startup logo. So I'm going to copy this prompt. There you go. And I'm going to go back to Leonardo AI. So this is the first page you see. So one of the things you want to know about Leonardo AI is it gives you 150 credits, which is pretty easy. Let's see. Do I want to go to my library? Okay. So in this case, you can just go to image. Now over here is where you put your prompts. So if you can check this, this is some of the prompts I generate with this. It's just amazing, guys. Like I do a lot of things on social media, like a different YouTube channel page that I do like animations and stuff, you know. But yeah, so let's go back to where we're coming from. So now I'm gonna put my prompts here. I just need the logo. I don't need too much stuff. Now here you're gonna see that it can be different. It kind of tells you what you want to see. So you can pick a lot of so when you over around it, you're gonna see how it's gonna look like. This is pattern to and rendering. I use this Flux a lot because it has just 10 credits. If I go to Flux Dev, you can see my credit has gone to 40. But I'm going to use this Flux Dev, because I have 150 and it's 150 every day. So let's be really fast with this. For mode, if you click on this, you can either get classic mode or flow state. So flow state simply means that you're going to get a lot of variety. Actually, let's use the flow state here. Okay, let's move that to another. So I'm going to click on the prompt here. So a lot of varieties, let's generate. So while we're doing this, I'm going to copy my other prompts. So now you can see they already gave us something, right? So now this is our prompt, generate a sleek futuristic logo for New Tech Solutions. That's the name of the company. A technology company specializing in AI software. It should be modern and minimalist with a blue, so forth, right? So now you have just imagine the logos that it's giving you. See, guys, look at this. It is amazing. Because I need to be fast, I need to go over to the next one. So this is how you can get a logo out of Leonardo AI. So next on my list is we're going to be generating just an image creation using DALL-E. So DALL-E is the image generation part of ChatGPT. So I'm going to use ChatGPT because ChatGPT is in a way also DALL-E. So I'm going to get my prompt here for my image generation in DALL-E. And so in this case, I want to generate an image, right? So like I said, this prompt is going to be available to you all if you need it in my Telegram channel. So please go there and just download a copy for yourself. So in this case, I want to use ChatGPT, which is this. Now, if you have ChatGPT, you're able to explore, here. And let's see, DAH folder. So you can see that there's this DALL E3, DALL E3, like it's all inside. So even if I put my prompt here, it's still gonna give me the image. So now this prompt is create an image of a highly detailed fantasy style digital printing of a fierce lady warrior in golden armor. So you can look up the prompt. So let's just get an image. Now, one of the things you want to do, if I want this image to be in my YouTube channel, I'm going to add more specific and say, let it be in 16 by 9. That's a YouTube format for images like this. All right, so now it has given us an image. Like if you're looking at getting some kind of random images, guys, there you have it, right? So we're gonna move further as we need to speed up here. Now, this is how you can get an image from ChatGPT. So now the next thing you want to know is there's AI avatar, there's AI voice cloning. For avatar, agent is what I use. Like I go on my YouTube channel, like you are most likely going to be watching. Some of you are watching it from my YouTube channel. You will notice that there's some version of me, and use agent for that. So the AI voice clone, you can actually clone someone's voice and sound like the person. You can use 11 Lab and a few other tools. Now, one of the things I want to teach you guys is how I did this PowerPoint slide. That's going to be hopefully the last tutorial I give you. But how did I generate a PowerPoint slide like this? It's amazing, right? But I'm going to be showing you because I know I have a lot of professional on this, my webinar, and they're looking to make sure that, it's easier in the workspace. So what I use for this is something called Gamma AI. So Gamma AI, let's go here. Oops, I should have it open though. Okay, so I'll copy my no. Now let's say I have this notes, 5 proven business growth strategy, and I want to present this in a board meeting. But I need this in a PowerPoint slide. Do I want to now manually go on PowerPoint and start copying and pasting? I don't do that anymore. Like, yeah, nobody does that. So what I would do is I'm gonna copy this text. Gamma AI can take a while though. So let's see. Hopefully I still have some credits here. So you can see my PowerPoint slide. Like I'm not going to add information and say, oh my God, I did so much work. I did the work by knowing what to do. Like it's smarter, not harder, right? Now, this is the front page you get. So give me a sec here. You keep calling me. Anyway, hold on, guys. Sorry. So in this page, when you get it, just click on create new. Now, paste in text, generate, or import file or URL, right? So you click on, because I need a text, I just click on text. Yeah, so, okay. So I'm gonna paste my text here. Now, it's gonna ask you, like, you can also do this by producing some social media, but what I need is a presentation. So it's gonna ask you default traditional. It tells you what it is, but I always use the default. Now I'm going to click on continue here. Now this is where you so it has assumed I'm talking about the small business owner and entrepreneur niche, right? Because my topic is 5 business growth strategy. So it assume by looking at the information you give to it. So now I am going to, you can set the tone. I just kind of vote informative, encouraging, actionable. What do I need? So in terms of images, ask you, do you need AI images or do you need stock footage? I always go with AI images because, the images elsewhere, right? Because it generates new images for you. And this is AI image model. I just keep on whatever it gives me. But most times you can hover around it to see what the differences are. This is like from Google. I don't want images from Google. This is more like Flux Fast. Actually, I'm gonna go with Flux Fast. It's more like a realistic version. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna see 8 cards. So it can make this into like 8 slides for you. I'm gonna run fast here. So you actually reduce it to 6, or maybe you just want 4 PowerPoint slides. So I'm going to use 6 PowerPoint slides and just click on continue. So for each slide you produce, it's going to take 40 credits. If you have a new account, it's going to give you about 300 plus credits. So it's just amazing. So now the next stage is going to ask you what you want. So for this particular PowerPoint slide that I'm presenting to you guys, I use this soft cloud theme. But I'm going to use a little bit something on the darker side today. Something on the darker side today. So let's see here. So I'm going to use this. Then just click on generate. So while we wait for this, so you can see our slide is ready. It's just amazing. So you can go to present, right? So this is your slide. I'm using a darker, so you can go presenting. So this is how your slide looks like, right? I'm going to exit from here. So obviously exit, right? So it is giving you PowerPoint, but all you have to do is, like, you can see these images, all AI generated. Like, you don't have to bother about going on the internet, plugging in images. No, gone are those days, guys. We need to like think smart. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to click on this share button and you can download. You click on the export here and you can export as PowerPoint. You can also export as PDF. So that is it for this one. So let's move on quickly to our next presentation. How to craft effective AI image prompts. As you've learned, need to ensure that the keywords are in place. The more descriptive you are, the better for you. You want to experiment as you go, and so on. So now AI video creation. So you can bring your video to life like we talked about before. I'm just gonna move this here. Now you can use Allo AI to do that. You can also, so let's see. So let me actually just go to Allo AI. I'm gonna copy. So one thing about Allo AI that people don't like is the fact that it will take you time. It has, because they need you to buy their, to buy their credits from their channel, but they do give you 100 free credits. So I'm just gonna do this quickly. Explore, actually click on crates. Then you put your prompts here. So you want to do text to video, or you can do image to video. So you can take an image of you and make it a video. So I'm going to click on this. Oops, I have the wrong thing clicked on. Let me go copy the right. For this, I'm just going to copy one of this image prompts here. Let's DALL. So let's copy this lady. So with Allo AI, it's going to take a while. So I'm just going to copy and paste it here. Then I can revisit this later on. So create an image, create a highly detailed fantasy data. Just a dancing video. I want the lady to dance, right? So this is gonna take me 30 credits. I'm just gonna click on. So now this is gonna keep loading, right? As we go. So we're gonna come back hopefully at the end of this webinar to see what this looks like. If not, just go to Allo AI, create an image just using the prompt, and you're gonna see the results the way it is. All right. So now where are we going with AI? Like, where's the way forward, right? So AI will continue to be here. So it's left for you to make sure that you are up to speed with what is going on. So it can continue to speed up your content creation, your production, enhance your creativity, and to inspire you with new ideas. If you already have an idea, you can say expand on this idea, and AI will do that for you. Then there's always that piece of the human AI partnership. So AI will become a powerful tool for humans to work with, and it's not going to replace humans. So a quick takeaway for you, AI can boost your efficiency. So if you want to be really good at your job, you want to go tell your supervisor that I have gone through a ChatGPT prompt engineering training and a generative AI training, and I'm ready to be able to teach my team, what to do. All right. So one of the things you want to know is, you want to elevate your creativity. You want to explore new ideas and generate unique context, right? So join our community. We have a WhatsApp page, a Telegram page. You might be watching this on Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to follow this particular page. And guys, join the Telegram page for the PDF because I'm going to have it there on our PDF platform. So, do you have any question, guys? Have your question in the comment section and I will be happy to reply you I'll be replying your questions through messages, so please do have your questions in the comment section. So we've come to the end of this webinar. I am really excited that you were able to gain valuable inside knowledge from all the we used today. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate you. And if you have any questions, yes, let me know and just type it on and I will get to you. Thank you. Bye.